How to deal with disrespect. Disrespect is a common challenge that we all face in life, and it can be very upsetting and frustrating. But what if we could learn from the ancient philosophy of Stoicism, which teaches us how to handle difficult situations with wisdom and grace? In this video, we will explore 10 practical Stoic principles that can help us cope with disrespect in a better way. As usual, I challenge you to be strong and stay with me until the end of the video. Let's begin. 1. Keep your calm. Stoics stay calm. One of the core teachings of Stoicism is that we are not disturbed by what happens to us, but by how we think about what happens to us. As Epictetus said, people are disturbed not by things, but by the view they take of them. This means that disrespect is not inherently harmful or offensive. It is our interpretation and judgment of it that make us feel hurt or angry. When someone disrespects you, remember that their behavior is a result of their own thoughts, feelings, and opinions, not a reflection of your true value or worth. This realization can help you keep your calm and not let their disrespect affect your emotional state. 2. Reflect on yourself. Stoics reflect on themselves. Another important aspect of Stoicism is the practice of self-reflection and self-examination. Stoics believed that the quality of our thoughts determines the quality of our lives, and that we should always strive to improve ourselves and our actions. As Marcus Aurelius said, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. When you face disrespect, it is essential to reflect on yourself and ask questions like, is there any truth in what the person said or did? Did I do or say anything that provoked this situation? How can I respond in a way that is consistent with my values and virtues? By reflecting objectively, you can gain a better understanding of the event and your own role in it. Self-reflection is a Stoic way of ensuring that your responses are based on rational judgment rather than impulsive reactions, promoting personal growth and wisdom. 3. Learn to pause. Stoics learn to pause. Seneca once said, "Whenever you are angry, be assured that it is not only a present evil, but that you have increased a habit." Stoics believe in the importance of self-control and rationality. They argue that impulsive reactions driven by intense emotions often lead to poor decisions and unnecessary suffering. When faced with disrespect, the Stoic approach encourages you to avoid reacting impulsively. Instead, take a moment to pause and collect your thoughts. This pause allows you to regain control over your emotions and respond in a more measured and thoughtful manner. By resisting the impulse to react immediately, you can better align your response with Stoic principles of wisdom and self-control. This approach often leads to more constructive and less emotionally charged interactions. 4. Have empathy. Stoics have empathy. Epictetus and other influential Stoic philosophers say, "Seek not the good in external things, seek it in yourselves." Stoics believe in the interconnectedness of humanity and that understanding the motivations and emotions of others can lead to better interactions and personal growth. When someone shows disrespect, Stoicism suggests practicing empathy. Try to put yourself in the other person's shoes and understand their perspective. Empathy can help you see the situation from a different angle and realize that the person's disrespect may not be personal or intentional. It may be caused by their own insecurities, fears, or ignorance. Empathy can also help you feel compassion for the person and reduce your negative feelings towards them. By empathizing with the person who disrespected you, you can avoid taking their words or actions personally and respond in a more respectful and dignified manner. Empathy helps you understand the person's perspective, feelings, and motivations. Instead of getting angry or defensive, you can respond with kindness and respect, avoiding escalation of the conflict and maintaining your dignity. Empathy also reflects Stoic principles of wisdom, compassion, and self-improvement, enabling you to learn from challenging situations and grow as a person. 5. Concentrate on virtue. Stoicism is based on virtue. One of the main ideas of Stoicism is to develop virtues such as wisdom and courage. These qualities help us live well and act rightly. Seneca, a famous Stoic philosopher, wrote, "Virtue is nothing else than right reason." This means that being virtuous is the same as being rational and consistent with the natural order of things. Stoics believe that virtue is the highest good in life, and everything else is indifferent. When we face disrespect from others, Stoicism teaches us to focus on virtue in our response. This doesn't mean ignoring or tolerating disrespect, but responding in a way that reflects Stoic values and principles. By focusing on virtue, we can avoid being influenced by our emotions, maintain our dignity and integrity, and grow as individuals. Stoicism challenges us to be the best version of ourselves, even in difficult situations. 6. Embrace acceptance. Stoicism embraces acceptance. One of the key lessons of Stoicism is to accept things that are not in our control, such as the disrespect of others. Epictetus said, "He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has." This means that we should be grateful for what we have and not worry about what we lack. Stoicism also teaches us to distinguish between what is in our control and what is not, known as the Stoic dichotomy of control. We can only control our own thoughts, feelings, and actions, not external events or the behavior of others. Therefore, when we face disrespect, we should not let it affect our inner peace. Instead, we should accept it as a part of life and focus on what we can do to improve ourselves and our situation. By accepting disrespect with Stoicism, we can avoid unnecessary anger, frustration, and resentment. We can learn from the experience and grow as individuals, dealing with disrespect in a rational and calm way. 7. Use humor. Stoics use humor. Sometimes a little laughter goes a long way. As the ancient philosopher Seneca said, "You have mastered yourself when you know how to deal with what you should not take seriously." Stoicism teaches us to control our emotions and act rationally, but it also recognizes the value of humor in coping with challenging situations. Humor can help us keep our emotional balance and avoid getting too angry or annoyed when someone disrespects us. Instead of letting our emotions get the best of us, we can choose to respond with a witty remark or a playful joke. Of course, humor should not be used inappropriately or excessively, but it can be a useful Stoic technique to handle disrespect in a way that creates a more positive and peaceful outcome. 8. Set clear boundaries. Stoicism means setting clear boundaries. Stoicism is not about being a doormat. It's about being a rock that stands firm in the face of disrespect and injustice, a rock that knows its worth and demands respect from others. Stoicism is about being strong, just, and courageous. When someone disrespects you, you don't have to take it lying down, and you don't have to lash out in anger either. You can be calm and assertive. You can tell them what they did wrong and how you expect them to treat you. You can set clear and reasonable boundaries that protect your dignity and self-respect. This is what Stoicism teaches us, to respect ourselves and others, to maintain our inner control and outer dignity in any situation. 9. Choose forgiveness. Stoics forgive. Imagine someone disrespects you. How do you react? Do you lash out in anger or do you let it go? The ancient philosophy of Stoicism has some wisdom to offer. Stoics believe that forgiveness is not a favor to the other person, but a gift to yourself. Forgiveness is the key to inner peace and happiness. It does not mean forgetting or approving of what happened. It means choosing to release the negative emotions that are hurting you more than anyone else. Stoics say that we should forgive all, but not indiscriminately. We should forgive wisely, with compassion and justice. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control and let go of what we can't. We can't control how others behave, but we can control how we respond. We can choose to forgive and free ourselves from the burden of anger and resentment. We can choose to move on with a sense of inner peace and tranquility. That's what Stoicism means by forgiveness. It's not a weakness but a strength, not a surrender but a victory, not a sacrifice but a reward. Forgiveness is the ultimate act of self-care and personal growth. 10. Change your perspective. Stoicism will change your perspective. Perspective is the ability to see things from a broader and more objective point of view. It helps you avoid overreacting or taking things personally when someone disrespects you. Instead, it helps you realize that disrespect is not a big deal in the grand scheme of things. As the Stoic emperor Marcus Aurelius said, "Our life is what our thoughts make it." When you use perspective, you can see that most cases of disrespect are minor and temporary, not affecting your true worth or happiness. You can also see that disrespect is often a reflection of the other person's ignorance, insecurity, or weakness, not yours. You can choose to ignore it, forgive it, or learn from it rather than letting it bother you. Perspective also helps you focus on what really matters in life, your goals, values, and virtues. You can use your energy and time to pursue what is good and meaningful for you, rather than wasting them on resentment or revenge. By doing so, you can live a more fulfilling and peaceful life. So the next time you face disrespect, remember to use perspective. It will help you keep your cool and act wisely. Always remember that Stoicism is not about suppressing your emotions, but managing them well. By applying these 10 principles, you can stay calm and strong when you face disrespect and rude behavior. Leave a thumbs up to help us reach more people in search of ancient wisdom. If you are new here, subscribe and hit the notification bell for more lessons on ancient wisdom. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in our next video. To watch more Stoic wisdom videos, select one of the videos that will appear on your screen now. Stay Stoic.